Why are you approaching me?
I just got a call on you, see if you're okay.
Yep.
What's going on today?
What's going on with you? What was the complaint exactly?
Just that it was a welfare check, just to
Welfare?
see if you're
Okay,
all right.
well, I'm okay. Calcs.
Calcus?
This encounter begins in a public park where a citizen is simply walking and resting when police approach based on a welfare check call. The report? Someone thought he looked like he needed help. No crime. No threat. Just a perception. The officer makes initial contact calmly and explains. They received a call. They are checking on his well-being. No enforcement action is being taken. Legally, this falls under a consensual encounter, not a detention.
I'll call you Calcs. No, Calcus, or whatever.
What's your name?
Well, I don't know. Let's figure out a crime and then we can take that next step. Okay. Well, where are we? We're in a park, right? Big Tree Park or something, Big Woods?
This is the retreat up here, so this is
Yeah. Do they have problems here? Is there a...
Yeah, there's yeah.
So that's why it's like not unusual to be called out here, right?
Right.
It's okay. I mean, I was on the trail just walking. I mean, I ran into some people and, you know, in a forest. I mean, it's... Yeah.
Okay.
They just said they thought this guy looked like he needed help in some way, and that was it. So you could see I don't need help.
Yeah.
And I guess I matched the description too.
Yep.
Right.
The plaid shirts. The
Okay.
pants. The
All
hat,
right.
The beard.
All right. What can you say exactly? What you only hear on the radio? What they say?
I just hear on the radio.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I had two guys approach me. I was laying on the ground for a little bit, stretching my back.
Maybe that's why.
And yeah, they look like professional guys too. Like I was wondering maybe, you know, they probably could have called. And it's unfortunate.
I don't know who called. I just.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Well, I mean, you ask for their names sometimes, and
yeah, dispatch gets all that information. But
yeah,
I mean, for me, I wanted to make sure you were okay before I go back and talk.
Okay, well, so. Yeah. Oh, and then you will confirm with them that I'm okay, and that this is a park, even though it's a part of. I don't know what came first exactly.
I don't know.
The retreat or the park, because it doesn't seem like my Google when I got in here. To get here, my Google Maps didn't really recognize it. There's no road. It just
it's kind of hidden back here for sure.
Yeah, I didn't really like. It seems like it might be new. It's not in the most ideal spot. You're not getting a forest experience so much with all the.
There's the loose line trail.
There's something called a loose line trail.
Yeah, it's more woodsy and you know that goes all the way.
Does that have to do with like a train or something loose or? Is it
the loose line?
It's not a part of a train or it's Sioux or okay. All right, and that's something to check out then. Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for a more woodsy like area.
I'm here to look. I'm here to look around. I'm not. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect. I was just saying, it's walking around. It's just it's
nice day out.
And this is like supposed to be the last good week, the last nice weather. Well, somebody said that.
I was gonna say I didn't look, but that's.
The key moment comes when the citizen subtly tests the boundary. Let's figure out a crime. Then we can take the next step. That line draws the legal line clearly. Because without reasonable suspicion or probable cause, police authority is limited to voluntary interaction only. And in this case, the officer respects that boundary. There is no demand for ID, no commands, no escalation, just conversation.
I didn't hear it directly.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, well, I mean, I usually factor that between July 15th and August 15th, that's your hottest time of the summer, and then after that, I start expecting more cool temperatures. Yeah. And as a traveler, I want to start heading south. Do
you travel a lot?
Yeah, you can see my plates are from Washington. So
okay. Do you just pass through? Or
yeah, I just got here today.
Oh, into Minnesota?
No.
Just in the city?
I'm taking smaller bounces than that.
I hear you.
Yeah, I'm doing more city to city than state to
city. Okay.
Yeah, I take small bounces. I bicycled to the library.
Okay.
And I'm glad nobody complained about that.
Sometimes we get weird complaints, but we got to do our due diligence.
Yeah.
And make sure you're all right.
Yeah.
So
and at least
I feel like you're good.
Okay, yeah, at least this isn't St. Paul. I mean, there's you can expect a higher standard of behavior around these parts.
And a lot of times it's more like people in the community when they don't recognize people, and then we have a lot of like
Yep.
crime lifting here, and so it's just if you see something, say something
Yeah.
type deal. So
And I'm new, and
Okay.
this is probably not a popular park, but and so
It's
when,
not,
when
no.
new people come in, and yeah, I could kind of
Yeah.
I understand that things that stand out. I'm going to be one that stands out. So
yeah, I mean you're not in any trouble or anything. I just want to
Well,
make sure that you were okay and that
Yeah.
you didn't need any assistance
simple
from me.
simple call for you, you know. And I want to, I don't know, is there a curfew? Because I'm not going to stay here all night, but
So the parks and woods and stuff all close at 10:30.
10:30? Okay,
So-
yeah. I'll be out before 10:30.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe I might want to bicycle around a little bit more,
Sure.
check other places out.
Yeah, we're just really
But-
big on too. If you're gonna bicycle in the streets, just follow all traffic.
Stop at the
signs.
stop signs? Is that
Stop
what
at the
you're
stop
saying?
signs. Stop at the if you're on this road and there's a light
'Cause-
and it's red, you have to stop
Oh,
until
yeah.
it turns green. That sort of
So,
thing.
yeah, I mean, I have to go so gingerly with this. I got 2 broken spokes, the chain falls off. So I can't really compete with the cars so much on
Yeah.
the roads. I'm more on the sidewalk. Oh, yeah, so, okay, yeah, all right.
Have a good day. Be safe.
Yeah, so, yeah, great. Have a good day yourself.
All right. We'll see you later. Hi. How are you? Good.
The encounter ends exactly how a lawful welfare check should. No detention, no ID request, no investigation beyond safety. The officer confirms, you're not in any trouble. The lesson is clear. Balance scale, not every police interaction is a rights violation. Balance scale welfare checks are lawful as long as they remain voluntary. Balance scale the moment it turns into detention. The law must justify it. Speech balloon, what do you think? Did the officer handle this the right way? Or should police avoid responding to these kind of calls altogether?
How we doing?
Good.
What are we doing here?
I was just hanging out, that's it.
Okay, you got some ID, man?
For what?
I'm asking if you got some ID. You own private property over here. You got some ID?
Whose property is
This is a
that?
town property.
Oh, this is public property then.
No, the park is public property. This it belongs to the town. You got some ID?
I thought this is an extension.
Do you have some ID? Don't let me ask you again.
No, I thought this was an extension of the park.
No, it's not.
Show me your ID, or I'll take you to jail. For what crime? You're on private property. This encounter begins with a citizen sitting in his vehicle near what appears to be town-owned land, when officers approach and immediately demand identification. The justification? Back-end index pointing right. You're on private property. But from the start, there's confusion. The area is described as town property. No clear signage or boundaries are identified. The citizen explains he believed he was in a public access area. Despite that uncertainty, the officer escalates quickly into ID demands and detention language.
It's not. No. You got some ID?
Because it says that the road is
I'm not going through all this with you again, sir. Do you have some ID?
Well, what's
Because
the crime?
you're on private property. I need to see. And you got this all shaded up. What are you doing here?
Oh, just hanging out. I mean, I was blocking the sun. I was gonna be here till about 5 or so, and then I was gonna take off.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not from here, man. You know,
So?
you're from Washington. I want to know who you
I
are.
went to go to check out that.
I need to be able to
the
check
break-
you out and see who you are. You understand?
Well, all right, I'll exchange IDs with you.
That's what I want to see. I want to see your
Yeah,
ID.
I want to see your ID.
You don't have. We don't have to show.
You see this badge, sir? You see this
what-
badge? You see this
That's
badge
our
right
ID.
here? It says
Okay.
4102. I am the assistant chief here. You understand?
Assistant? Oh, who's the main chief?
He's at work and it's called for over there. I am the chief while he's not
You
here.
want me to get out?
No, you don't have to get out. Just let me have
What?
your ID real quick.
Well, usually when I'm under arrest.
You're not under
No
arrest.
Well,
Right now you're being
what's-
detained till I can clear you.
Yeah. What's your probable cause?
My probable cause because you own private property, man.
All right.
This is not public property right here. This is private property, okay?
So you
Let me
want
see
to
your ID.
trespass me?
Let me see your ID.
Do you want to trespass me from
I'll-
the property or something?
I can, but I still have to see your ID to see who you are.
Okay, I'll exchange IDs with
That's
you.
fine. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, let me see your ID and I'll give you mine.
Sir, you got the badge right here, 4102.
That's
That's
okay.
me. I'm Assistant Chief
I
Allen.
need
There's
to
my
see-
name.
I need to
You don't
see
need to
it
see
from both
nothing
of you
from
guys
me.
too,
No,
actually.
you don't.
Adams
No, you don't.
and-
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Picture, I need to see a
If you don't
picture
give me
of
your ID, I'm going to detain you. I will take you to jail
Okay,
for being
well,
on private property.
I'm willing to
Trespassing on private property. You understand?
I'm willing to identify who I
No,
am.
you're not, because you're not giving me your ID.
No, I am. I need
Sir,
to.
please step out of the vehicle right
Okay,
now.
yep.
Hold on.
I thought I needed
Hold
to.
on.
Let me just get my
He don't
shoes
put
on
cuffs
here.
on him.
No, you don't need to put cuffs on him. He's not giving us a hard time. The only thing he's not giving me is his ID.
Yeah, I want to exchange. I want
If you see, if you
I
was
want
over
for
there,
documentation. I want to know because we need probable cause.
this is his probable cause. You're on private property.
Yeah. All right.
You understand?
That wasn't marked. It wasn't clearly marked to me because I looked on the map.
It don't need to be.
And
marked.
yeah, like I said, I'm new here. So
Yeah, I understand you. And you here. You're from Washington.
And
Let's go ahead and run this. I'm gonna go ahead and run this. Too late.
Here, let me.
The turning point comes when the officer states, "Back-end index pointing right. You're detained so I can identify you." And escalates further. "Back-end index pointing right. If you don't give me your ID, I'll take you to jail." This is where the legal foundation is tested. Because under the Fourth Amendment, detention requires reasonable suspicion of a crime. Trespass requires clear notice and refusal to leave. ID cannot be demanded without lawful detention. Here, the citizen questions probable cause, offers to leave, challenges unclear property designation. Yet the officer continues to push ID without clearly establishing a crime.
I want to make sure you don't have a warrant for you or anything like that. You understand?
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking you for.
This is my car, and
okay. Well, we just gotta be sure. Okay.
I just want to document who all of us are here. I didn't quite catch his name.
That is Corporal Michael Fournier.
Were you guys called?
Yes, we were.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I was worried about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you wouldn't have been on private property, I mean, that'd have been fine, bro. You know, I mean.
It's okay. The park ends.
The park is over there where the fence is at. That's the park.
All right. It ends there, and I'm on.
Now you're on town property.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people who have private property. If there could be a confusion, they would post they post signs.
Yeah.
Saying
at their houses, they post their property, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
This right here belongs to the town. Okay. Just like that over there belongs to the KC Hall.
Because this road. I mean,
this is a dirt road. This is not. It's not a highway. Okay.
No.
So please let me see your ID so we can get it all cleared up.
I'm willing to exchange if you want. Or I could tell you my name. You tell me your name. I mean, however you want to do it. I mean,
I need to see your ID.
All right. Well, I'll exchange
so I
IDs.
make sure you don't have a warrant for you.
Like I said,
I don't have no warrant for me because I'm an officer.
Because this is a Fourth Amendment issue. You're conducting an investigation on me.
Okay.
All right, and that's a criminal investigation.
It's not a criminal investigation if you're on private property.
And there's okay.
You're on private property. Don't you understand that?
What you're doing is you're coming to me as a surprise. This is like entrapment.
No, it's not entrapment because you own this property.
It's not clear.
You saw me coming down the road.
Yeah, but it's not a clear. There's no gates.
There don't need to be gates in this little village, man. This is a village.
So if this was going through court, you know, I would have the who would have the burden to show.
If the town does, because this is their property, and they have all the legal paperwork in this place.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, and I work for the town.
Okay. Yeah. And if this went to court, then
you would be trespassed, and you would have to pay a fine. Okay.
I would have.
I don't want to have to do that to you. You understand?
Yeah, and I'm willing to leave. I mean, I just, you know, this town. It sounds like the public is paying taxes for
the town. For the park. This belongs to the town. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd have been
the township or the town.
The town.
Okay.
If you'd have been over there, let's just say on the park property, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well,
that's public. Okay.
Let me make this. Okay.
That's all public over there.
Okay.
Okay. You understand?
That's public. All right. Let me make this clear because I'll make a video of this too.
Well, I understand. I see your camera. I see everything.
Well, yeah, it should be running still.
Yeah, I see everything you got, man.
There should be.
I mean, you have a right to make a video if you want.
I want to document this so nobody else makes the same mistake.
Well, that's fine.
Coming into your town and
we don't mind people coming into town. The only thing is, you know, whenever y'all get on private property like this right here, well, we get calls. You know what I'm saying? And we have to come and check you out because there's a lot of drugs around here, man.
You got a I hear that with every
so
city,
we have to be sure we know who we're talking to.
Well, what attracted me originally was the bridge.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna hang out at
That's
there.
almost like Deliverance, right?
Well, I don't.
The movie Deliverance. You ever seen it?
Well, people have made comparisons.
It's kind of reminds us.
It reminds you. Well, I just wanted to check it out, and I was kind of thinking about hanging out there.
You can.
No, I did. for like 5 minutes, and then there's just.
Oh yeah, yeah, on the bridge.
I was kind of thinking on the map it looked like a good place to hang out for the day.
A lot of people hang out over there.
It's too loud.
The fish, you know, all that.
The activity, the however it's designed, it's the loudest bridge I've ever heard.
Right.
With people crossing.
Well, that's the flap that goes from the bridge, the pontoon to the ramp.
They have to raise it.
No, it don't raise.
It looks like.
Nope.
Oh.
The pontoon goes down whenever you get on the pontoon in the center.
Yeah.
It sinks down. The ramp stays on the pedestal where it's at.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I thought it moved in some way.
No.
But yeah, and then I came here just to hang out.
Right. Well, we understand that, but a lot of people around here, because the drug situation is so bad right here, and a lot of people hang out over here and do drugs.
Okay, a few people have driven past me, but I didn't get the feeling that they wanted to sell me any drugs.
They won't stop and talk to anybody.
I didn't get the impression of drug problems.
Most of the people that pass right here live here.
Yeah.
You know.
I hear about drug problems and stuff, but in small towns, outskirts like this.
They've got drugs everywhere, but we do have a problem here too.
I see places that are worse than this. There's places that are worse than this for drugs. I mean, I'll see needles on the ground.
Yeah.
I'll see real strong signs this of activity, but I didn't get that impression. We try
to stay on top of it over here.
Okay.
You know,
by arresting people for their
only if they got caught with drugs. If we see drugs in the vehicle, we have to just glance and see.
I got my door open because I left my key.
Man, you got a lot of stuff, man. You living in your car?
Wow. I'm a traveler. I don't know how your ordinance is about homelessness, but
well, you won't get arrested for homelessness, okay?
All right.
We don't arrest people for that, for not being able to have a home and stuff like that. I mean,
I know Louisiana's tough.
Well, they changed a lot. It changed a lot.
But we try to, if you're homeless, we try to help you out.
I'm just moving along.
If you need a place to stay, we can get you with the church or whatever. You know.
There's people in worse shape than me for that.
Well, I know we got people that live underneath overpasses and stuff in Crowley down there. You know.
I'm going to Crowley too. I wanted to go to the Walmart there. I mean, if I'm not arrested here,
you're not arrested, man.
I want to go to Crowley and
what makes you think you're arrested?
Well, just the initial approach.
Because we don't know who we're dealing with.
And that's
why I'm trying to be safe. Okay.
And I make sure my hands are shown.
Well, I mean, you can't see that.
Yeah. That's. You know I try to when I want to put my camera up immediately because you know I've had other cop interactions.
Okay.
But I try to go straight up with the hands.
But you can't see that with this on your windows. Okay.
And I'll tell
so we don't know who we're dealing with.
Yeah, I'll tell you, some cops have sat in their car and used their microphone.
Yeah.
And said, "Driver, get out of the vehicle." You know, there's different approaches, and most would want to. One cop would be on this side at an angle, and then the other cop would be on that side.
A lot of times, also, if somebody gets on their microphone, say, "Driver, get out of the car," you got plenty of time to shoot that cop. Because they can't see what you're doing.
Yeah, well, okay, and a lot of them would come from the rear.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to come from the rear.
Yeah, that's your best approach because it's harder to turn around
But that's okay. We're good like that.
There's different. And I know I've had cops call on me about my covered windows.
You got my name? What's your name?
All right, you're Adams, and let me just see. Like it's Palmier.
Yeah.
Okay, Heinz.
Heinz. You German?
That's the last. It's like ketchup bottle.
Yeah, but it's not German.
It is on my dad's side.
Your dad's side. Okay.
So
I got you.
Yeah, that's what show up on my tags.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Your name already came up.
Yeah,
Brian
it came up on the.
No, it's not Brian.
Oh wait, hold on.
It came up on his 2-8.
I'll take your first names and I'll give you my first name. I'm willing to exchange.
Paul.
Paul, can I have your first name?
I'm Michael.
Michael? Okay, Travis.
Travis
Hines.
Okay. But we're good. Look, Travis, everybody came back on your 2-8 on your license plate. Okay, when you ran it.
Okay.
So you're good.
Yeah, sorry they had the call. Maybe you could let them know. I'll leave shortly on off this private property.
Yeah. If you want, I mean, bro, there's plenty of places you can go. You know.
Yeah, I want another. I think there's that park in Crowley. I'll just spend the last few hours before I go to Walmart.
They got several parks.
I want to get out and stretch.
Yeah, they got several parks.
Yeah, Crowley does.
Yeah. They got a bunch of parks.
I have been sitting too long in the car.
Okay.
Well,
you understand where we're coming from, though? People are concerned because they see all this on the windows. They don't know who's here.
I've had it before. I tried to avoid it, but it's just...
Yeah. And I know you got it for the sun, right?
And I cover for the sun, yeah, just to block the sun and...
Or are you doing it just to get attention?
Well, okay.
for the camera.
I don't want to, but yeah, this will go on YouTube. But no, I play on the computers a lot. I got a few computers.
I got you.
And with less lights on the outside, I don't have to...
Why you want to put it on YouTube?
I don't want to. I don't like this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I document it because I've been arrested over my ID.
But nobody's arresting you.
But when nobody's arresting you.
Yeah, you guys aren't, but I've found in my experience, it's about once every 25 times I'll get arrested, and it's all over this ID thing, all over the similar thing. I've been initially in 2015, many years ago. I was happy. I was like, here's my ID, here's my ID.
Yeah.
Then one time I reached for my ID, I got a gun pulled on me.
Come on.
It's like, it's a dangerous...
After he asked you for your ID?
When I was reaching into a bag, a bag,
Okay.
he was like, the gun was right at my belly. And I'm like, I'm not reaching for anything else after that.
Yeah.
Well, he should have asked you if you have any weapons inside. The vehicle first.
Yeah,
that's what he
didn't.
should have done.
And then this is in Utah, and then afterward, we departed, and then they came to me and said, we got to search your vehicle. Our dog hit on it. So I was like, okay, fine. They were really hard up on me.
Really?
But yeah, the ID thing, I've come to my own theories on that based on the Constitution. We have Fourth Amendment rights, and when you demand my ID, well, that's a criminal.
I didn't demand. I asked you for your ID so I could identify you, because we don't know what's in this vehicle, especially like this. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you would have been out here, it'd have been a different story. You know, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
But in here, and all covered up, we don't know what we're dealing with. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, and you play it safe. You want to see hands, and that's important.
But we couldn't see hands even.
And plus, in Louisiana, everybody got to have an ID.
In Louisiana, there's a law. You have to reveal your face and then tell your name.
I can run you by your name.
And that's under resisting arrest. You have a law resisting arrest, and under that, the failure to ID. It's a state law.
You can have failure to ID.
Yeah, in Louisiana.
You can have failure to ID, but it's not resisting arrest.
It falls under the state law falls under the resisting arrest. Yeah, I forget the name. You look it up. It'll say there's all those A through Fs and all those. Yeah, it's because I got charged for it in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and I'm still fighting that
Nacogdoches?
case. That's
the
in
north
Texas.
Louisiana.
It's not Natchitoches or Natchitoches.
North of Alexandria or west of Alexandria?
It's you don't know exactly. It's
I know
it's the City of Lights. It's north.
Natchitoches.
Yeah, that's over there.
That's,
going towards Shreveport.
Yeah.
Port Shreveport, about an hour south.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's west of Alexandria or north of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've learned the law. It's under a failure to ID is in the resisting arrest statute.
It might be in the statute, but it doesn't mean resist. It doesn't mean that you're resisting.
It's in there.
You know, there's different clauses inside of that.
And you have to reveal your face. I think there's two parts. Reveal your face and tell your name, at least. It's not so much show an ID. You don't have to have an ID physically with you.
Well, like I said, I could go off your name, your date of birth, all that stuff. You know, that's why I said we're good. You know,
yeah, I mean,
but I just want to make sure that you wasn't no serial killer or nothing like that.
Plain
like
sight,
all this. Now I can see.
And I'm gonna take these.
Open,
I'm gonna take these off. The sun's going down and off.
Yeah.
I just midday.
But you do understand where we're coming from.
Yeah, I mean this has happened to me before, and I try to be as courteous as I can.
And
but
you are.
I'm trying to be also firm too. I want to enforce my own civil rights in this matter.
But there's nobody jeopardizing your rights.
If you did just let this one off,
well, we could have seen you.
We could have seen you. That'd have been fine too. Yeah.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, these are very dark. They're not tints. They're not permanent.
But as you can see, you still can't see in.
And this actually, the window is down to here, so I can hear.
Is that's just a burlap sack?
This is
sunscreen.
This is pet nets. So it's a mosquito netting, but for pets.
Gotcha.
And you can get it at Walmart.
Yeah.
And then I use a speedy stitcher to sew the ends, so that it fits nice. And I mean, I like it, but not for situations like this. I like it for the sun blocking properties.
I got you.
It's been a nice day.
Yeah,
I just, I'm a little sensitive to the sun.
Okay.
You know, and so I block it out a lot, but I still enjoy the temperature at least. At least, especially compared to what's going on up north.
Yeah.
It's about 20, 30 degrees colder up there.
Okay, bro. We're gonna let you ride, man.
Sorry you got called about this.
Yeah, well, you know, people, they're very concerned around this area right here, because like I said, there's so much stuff going on around here.
Yeah, and they should see this.
And we try to stay on top of it.
Yeah. You probably don't even have to tell them. They've probably seen this.
Oh yeah, they're looking.
And,
I guarantee they're looking. Yeah,
so yeah, it should be a complete investigation, or however you explain it.
What I see right here,
a complete scenario.
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about your vehicle, man. Just don't mind. Get off the private property, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care where you go.
This.
You know, just so that we don't get called out again for the same situation, okay?
Yeah. This is a learning experience.
Okay.
For me. So.
Now, have you been on the park over there?
Yeah. This thing, I didn't like the parking over there.
We still might have got a call because of the darkness of the vehicle. You know, they don't know if you're doing drugs and stuff like that.
And it's all grass, really.
Yeah.
The parking lot looked like it's just a grass lot.
That's what it is.
So that's why I assume I could park on grass here, but
they have a lot of rocks. There's
a designated gravel. There's laid out gravel.
It's just about 2 hours.
Okay. Yeah. This.
You just can't go inside the fenced-in areas where they play the ball and stuff.
No.
You know.
No.
That's what you can't go in there, but around the outer perimeter.
Yeah. I initially thought maybe that broken down tennis court or broken down basketball court, that grassy area, but I just.
Yeah, the town's been fixing it.
I don't like parking close to houses too.
Okay.
It's kind of a formula I put together in my head where try to find ideal spots to park and try to stay away, but I make mistakes. Yeah. And my formula is
everybody makes mistakes, man.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. You're not perfect. Yeah. Ain't nobody perfect.
Yeah.
Okay? Up there, way up there.
Okay. Yeah,
that's the way I feel about it.
God-fearing. We have God-fearing.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, well, do us a favor, brother. You can go ahead and go. Please get off the...
As the situation develops, the tone softens. No arrest, no charges, no confirmed trespass enforcement. Instead, officers shift into explanation mode and eventually allow the citizen to leave. The lesson is clear. Balance scale, you cannot be threatened with jail just to force identification. Balance scale property claims must be clear and legally enforceable. Balance scale and detention must be based on facts, not assumptions or pressure. Speech Balloon, what do you think? Should police be allowed to threaten jail just to get ID? Or does that cross the line? Backhand index pointing down, drop your thoughts in the comments.